Hey friend, glad you're here. Can I be honest? Yesterday I looked around my kitchen and thought, didn't I just clean this like yesterday? Or was that this morning? The counters were a mess again. The floor had mystery crumbs. And I swear the bathroom sink had toothpaste in places I didn't know were possible. It's not that I don't clean, I do. But no matter how often I tidy up, it never seems to last. And that's the part that gets to me, not just the mess itself, but the feeling that I'm always one step behind it. Like my house has a life of its own, and I'm just chasing it with a rag and a sigh. If you know that feeling, you're in good company. Because today, I'm sharing 7 rules that completely changed the way I clean. Not complicated systems, not fancy products, just small shifts that make everything feel easier and less overwhelming. So if your energy is low, your house feels loud, and you'd really rather be doing literally anything else, this video's for you. Let's start with the rule I wish I'd known years ago. Rule 1. Wipe the dry mess first, or you'll just smear it around. You ever spray a cleaner on the bathroom counter and instantly regret it? Because now, instead of wiping dust, you're smearing wet hair, toothpaste bits, and mystery fuzz all over the place. It's such a small thing, but it makes cleaning feel messier, not easier. That's why I've learned to start dry always. Dust wipe, sweep. Whatever it takes to get the loose stuff out of the way before anything wet touches it. Otherwise, you're not cleaning, you're making sludge. I used to ignore this. I'd spray down everything like I was in a commercial, and then spend the next 10 minutes scrubbing sticky patches that shouldn't have been sticky in the first place. Now it's dry first, always. Let me give you something simple to try. Before you clean the toilet, grab a few squares of toilet paper or a dry Swiffer and sweep around the base. Pick up the hair, the dust, the bits, then spray. Same with the kitchen, I wipe down the counters dry before spraying any cleaner. No crumbs turning into paste, no lint sticking to wet spray. Just quick and done. It takes maybe 30 seconds, but it saves you so much extra effort. And once you start doing it this way, you won't stop. It just makes too much sense. Oh, and if this kind of rule clicks with you, I'm sharing more like it in tomorrow's video. Rules for a cleaner home packed with Rule 2. Clean from top to bottom. There I was, floor just mopped, shining like a hotel lobby. Then I looked up and saw the dusty shelf above the stove. And I just stood there thinking, great. So now what? Clean the shelf and mess up the floor, or leave the dust and pretend I didn't see it? I wish I could say that only happened once. But no, it used to happen every single time I cleaned. That's why this rule exists. Always clean from top to bottom. It sounds obvious, but when you're in just get it done mode, it's easy to forget. Here's the shift. Start highlight fixtures, vents, top shelves. Then work your way down, counters, sinks, and surfaces. Save the floors for last, always. Real life rhythm. In the bathroom, I start by wiping down the mirror and top of the shelf. Then I clean the sink, then the toilet. Only after all that do I mop. And the difference, game changer. I don't have to read. Rule 3. Let the cleaner do the work. I used to think scrubbing harder meant I was cleaning better. I'd spray the bathroom sink and immediately start wiping like I was in some kind of race, as if speed would make the grime disappear faster. But here's what I've learned. When you give the cleaner time to do its job, you end up doing less of yours. That sounds too simple, right? But it changes everything. What this looks like in real life. Now when I clean the stovetop, I spray it down and walk away. I go empty the dishwasher or start wiping the counters. 5 minutes later, I come back and instead of scrubbing like I'm in a workout class, I just wipe. Done. Same thing with the bathroom. I spray the tub, move on to the sink, and by the time I come back, the soap scum lifts off like nothing. It's not laziness, it's strategy. Here's why this works. Most cleaners, even the basic ones, need a few minutes to break stuff down. Grease, grime, toothpaste. It all softens up when you let the product. Rule 4. Don't mix what you don't understand. I once mixed vinegar and bleach because someone online said it would boost the power. Within seconds, my eyes were burning and I had to open every window in the house. Lesson learned the hard way. So here's the rule. If you don't know what's in your cleaners, don't mix them. Period. I know we all want shortcuts, especially when something feels stubborn or gross. But when it comes to cleaning products, more is not better. Safer is better. Smarter is better. What I do now, I read the label before I try anything new I know thrilling. I don't mix brands or hack my own combos unless I really know they're safe. And honestly, I stick to a few basic products I trust and let them do their job. Bleach and ammonia. Never mix. Bleach and vinegar. Nope. Even popular DIY hacks like baking soda and vinegar, they cancel each other out. All that fizz. It's just science showing off, not actually cleaning. If you've got pets, kids' allergies, or just want your lungs to keep. Rule 5. Always test before you go all in. Oh my gosh, this rule makes me feel like a scientist. A little spray here, a little wait time there. Suddenly, I'm in gloves whispering, "Let's observe the reaction like I'm in a lab instead of my laundry room." But honestly, it saved me from ruining way too many things I thought were safe to clean. Because you ever clean something, and then wish you hadn't. One minute you're feeling productive wiping down a couch or polishing a wood shelf, and the next, the fabric's discolored, or the finish is blotchy and dull. It's not just frustrating, it's expensive. That's why now I always test first. Always. Here's what that actually looks like. When I'm using a cleaner, I've never tried on a surface I stop and spray a hidden spot first, like behind the cushion, inside a drawer, under the lip of a shelf. I wait a few minutes, wipe it down, and then decide if I should keep going. The story that taught me years ago, I cleaned a client's linen couch. I'd done hundreds before. I didn't test. But this one different fabric blend, it dried with weird watermarks and tightened in one spot. Rule 6. Know what makes dirt break down. No one told me there's an actual formula behind why some cleaning feels easy and some feels impossible. I used to think I just wasn't good at cleaning, but turns out I was just missing one piece of the puzzle. The secret. There are only 4 things that actually make dirt go away, and when you understand how they work together, cleaning stops feeling like guesswork. They spell out TACT temperature, agitation, chemical, time. I know it sounds very lab coat and clipboard, but once you get it, it's actually simple. Here's how it works in real life. Temperature. Warm water helps loosen grease and grime, especially on stovetops, dishes, or bathroom sinks. Cold water works better for some stains like blood or wine. Knowing when to use which total game changer. Agitation. That's your scrubbing. Some things need a soft cloth. Others need a little elbow grease. Choose the right tool, don't overdo it. A gentle sponge can do more than you think. Chemical. This is Rule 7. Don't do it all at once. You ever try to deep clean your whole house in one afternoon and then feel completely wrecked for the rest of the week? Yeah, same. There's this lie floating around that a clean home has to mean scrubbing every room top to bottom in one heroic sprint. But honestly, that just leads to burnout. And usually the mess comes back faster than the energy does. So here's the rule I live by now. Break it down. Clean in small pockets. Don't do it all at once. How this looks in real life. I wipe down the counters while I wait for my coffee to brew. I clean the bathroom mirror while the shower's warming up. I declutter one drawer during a podcast. No timers, no pressure. Just little resets that fit into real life. Why this works? Because when you clean in short bursts, you don't dread it. You're not exhausted by it. And you don't get. So those are the 7 rules I follow to make cleaning feel a little less like a chore, and a little more like caring for the space I live in. Not perfectly. Not all at once. Just gently bit by bit in a way that actually fits real life. Because this isn't about being a clean person. It's about having less mess in your mind, less frustration when you walk into a room, and more moments where you can just sit and breathe. If your house doesn't feel peaceful right now, that's okay. You're not behind. You're just a few small shifts away from something that feels better. If even one of these rules gave you that little "oh" that makes sense feeling, leave a comment and tell me which one you'll try first. And if you want more content like this calm